Hello friends, Chris here, CaribbeanPot.com. Hope you guys are enjoying the recipes. Remember to leave me a comment at the bottom of the video here in the comment section. It's always appreciated. Today we're going to chat a bit about ground provisions and the part it plays in Caribbean cuisine, as well as a simple recipe for cooking ground provisions. Ground provision is basically the food we use to replace potatoes, as potatoes would be used in North America or in Europe or elsewhere in the world. We use ground provisions. We also use potatoes, but traditionally stuff like dasheen, yuca, eddoes, sweet potato, green bananas, which we also call green fig, breadfruit, cassava. The whole bunch of them is termed provision, ground provision, blue food, country food. There's so many different names, and it depends on the island as well. We all have a different way of referring to ground provisions. In the picture above, I have here some eddoes, sweet potato, as well as yuca. It's called yuca, but I also know it as dasheen. And what I did, I went ahead and I peeled it, and this is how we're going to prepare this batch of ground provisions. It's basically the same for most ground provisions. You peel it and then you cut it up into sizes, but you try to leave it all uniformly so they cook at the same time. Then in a pot, I rinse it all off. I put it all in a pot, cover it with water, and I bring it up to boil on a high heat. After it comes to a boil, a couple things you're gonna need to do here. The first one is at the very top of the pot. If you refer to the picture, you'll notice that there's a sort of froth at the top of the pot here. What you want to do is skim that off. That's impurities as well as extra starch. Skim that off with a spoon and discard it. And then we're going to add about a teaspoon of salt. Bring that, like I said, to a boil and then simmer it for about 20 minutes or so. After 20 minutes, with the pot open, use a knife and try to pierce through one of the pieces of ground provisions. If the knife goes through without any force, it means it's cooked. It usually cooks between 20 to 25 minutes, so it should be done after at least 20 minutes. What you want to do is, as you would if you were boiling potatoes, you drain it out, and that's about it. It's ready to be served. Now you can spice this up in several different ways, but this is as basic as it gets here. You add some butter to this, or in my case, I had some stewed meat. I had stewed pork. And it's a classic dish to eat with salted cod, with any sort of meat with gravy. And another easy way of doing to enjoy this is also you want to mash it up as you would mashed potatoes, but more chunky, and then you refry it with onions and butter. It's amazing. Check out the website, CaribbeanPot.com. I have a ton of recipes on there for ground provisions, and I also go ahead and explain some more about the impact it plays in everyday Caribbean life. Have a great day, guys.